Hello people, I am Jaby joined by Achara Kirk.
Hello.
We're looking at a new trailer from T-Series in Matic Films called Arjun Patiala, starring Diljit Dosanjh, Kriti Sanon, Varun Sharma, Ronit Roy, and Sunny Leone. It's directed by Rohit Jugraj and is produced by Dinesh Vijan and Bhushan Kumar. There's other producers, but those were the ones in the YouTube title, so I thought I would mention them. I don't know if I need to. But anyway, it's coming out July 26th, which is next month, a month and a half away from the time that we're shooting this. But if you're watching this in the future, it came out 4 years ago, and you can probably watch it on YouTube right now. Quick thanks to 3 people: Joy Joe TV, well, Joy from Joy Joe TV, and Namita Ladd, as well as DJ. So all 3 of these people contributed subtitles. We're going with Joy Joe's subtitles because he got back to us first, but everyone was rushing to help us out, and so thank you to all 3 of you. And here we go. Let's check this out.
हिंदी मीडियम और स्त्री के निर्माता लेके आ रहे हैं इंडियन सिनेमा की पहली पुलिस वाली पिक्चर। हाँ, ठीक है, पहली नहीं, 245वीं पुलिस वाली पिक्चर।
Take 1, clap, and action.
इसका हीरो मस्कुलर नहीं, क्यूट है।
अब पटियाला आ गया, अब फालतू के मुकदमे नहीं होंगे, डायरेक्ट फैसले होंगे।
इसकी हीरोइन सुपर हॉट ही नहीं, ड्रामेटिक भी है।
अबे एक डायलॉग तो बोल।
Cut.
इसके अलावा है वो चू के नाम से वर्ल्ड फेमस
ओनिडा सिंह।
उनीडा
माँ को ना टीवी का बड़ा शौक था। टीवी तो आया नहीं, बदले में मैं आ गया, तो माँ ने मेरा नाम ओनिडा रख दिया।
बड़ी सैर सतोरी थी भाई, लेकिन एक्सप्लेनेशन की जरूरत नहीं थी।
Oh my God.
होलसेल में ढेर सारे विलन।
तो मैं बॉस साइज के लग नहीं रहा था तो क्या?
लाइट्स कैमरा एक्शन। इस पिक्चर में बजट थोड़ा कम है।
सारी गोलियां मिस हो रही हैं।
Oh, that's cute.
Cut.
वायर क्यों नहीं निकाला बे?
ओवर द टॉप इमोशन है। एक मैंडेटरी आइटम सॉन्ग है।
Oh yeah.
एंटरटेनमेंट मैक्सिमम है। और हाँ, एक टल्ली।
Drunk ghost?
What?
क्यों कर रहा है बे?
जब बंदा प्यार कर रहे तो आत्मा के पास ऑप्शन ही है।
What?
Easy bro, easy.
क्या लगता है चलेगी फिल्म?
ओ ना बच्चे, नेवर। सी बनाना पड़ेगा। सी मतलब सर? अच्छा, ये ठीक।
अरे कट यार, कट।
Wow. Well, that was different.
That was wild.
There was so much going on there. So wait, this is a movie within a movie then that we're watching, or are they making fun of the fact that they're making a movie?
I'm finding that with Punjabi films I get confused really easily about what's happening.
I don't know if this is a straight Punjabi film or if it's a Bollywood film with Punjabi actors.
It's certainly catering to that. I don't know. I mean, we watched another trailer with him before that was definitely a Punjabi film, and it had the same kind of pacing and the same kind of like rapid fire attitude. The easiest way for me to kind of classify this is it's the exact opposite of what you typically find in South Indian films.
There was a super cool South Indian moment in this trailer though, when he like totally flipped the dude and was like, "Rah, my action hero moment." Boom!
In the South Indian action films, you know, what you find is this guy who's like super strong over the top, throwing people left and right? I mean, you do find people getting tossed in Bollywood films as well, but in the South Indian films, it's like darker, higher contrast, or deeper contrast, I should say, and it's usually more edgy. Whereas with the Punjabi films, or at least catering towards that market, is very lighthearted. Your main character's kind of a goofball. Maybe he doesn't have it all together. Maybe he's kind of dumb, but just kind of winging his way through it. And it's just fun. It's just joyful, you know, all along the way. And that's the sense I got here. That's the sense I got from the previous one where he's got this wife or a
the doll.
kid. Or he's got the doll as a kid, right?
As a wife.
As a wife. Oh, as a kid. Or I forget if it was a wife or a kid. Okay, it was a wife.
It was
so
a wife.
It's been a minute since we've seen the trailer. But I remember that just being kind of weird and out there. It's the same thing here. And Diljit Dosanjh is playing a similar character. It's kind of affable and funny. But I can't tell if he's actually a cop or just an actor.
Yeah, that's the thing. And it's so meta as well, right? Because they're obviously making fun of a lot of Bollywood tropes or a lot of Indian movie tropes as well. Like, there's got to be the item number. Here's the music. And
how many cop films they've had.
Exactly. At least from the subtitles that Joy made for us, I guess there was a bunch of references to Kylie Jenner, which I believe is because the actor Diljit actually has a mega crush on Kylie Jenner. It's like a very meta moment where they're drawing attention to the fact that the actual actor in real life is obsessed with Kylie Jenner. So I thought that was super cute.
I wonder if what the joke is regarding, like, because they're saying India's first cop film. Just kidding, 245th cop film. I wonder if there is a deeper joke in there other than we've made so many cop films. I wonder if there's a joke about just like, India's first this, India's first that. Because that has come up a few times over the course of my watching Indian films.
Right.
I mean, I take that back. That's happened one time. And it's with a film I've referenced way too many times. Way more than I feel like people probably expected me to ever reference it, which is 24.
Oh, God.
It's India's first sci-fi action film or something like that. Or I forget what it is exactly, how it was classified. But it was a first something. And so I've seen that a few times.
I feel like there's been like India's first space movie.
Oh, yeah, okay, so there you go,
yeah.
So there have been a few instances of first, and so I'm wondering if that's sort of a joke here, or if they're just purely making fun of the fact that we got a lot of cop movies, you know?
Who doesn't love a good cop movie, though, to be fair?
Almost every single time I've watched Diljit Dosanjh, I feel like he's been a cop. Honestly, I'm pretty sure most instances where I've seen him, he was playing a cop, or at least maybe I'm just thinking of one instance in particular that really stands out in my mind, which is the Punjab. So, this main lead, where have we seen her? I feel like we've seen her a bunch of times.
We saw her recently. I've forgotten the name of the movie now, but she played Bitty in that rom-com that you really liked. I've forgotten the name of the movie.
Bad Hi Ho?
No, not Bad Hi Ho. With the same lead actor, yeah, look it up. I've forgotten the name of the movie.
I like seeing you struggle.
You guys know she played Bitty in the movie. The story is she finds that book, right? She's like, wow, this is exactly like me. Who wrote this book? And then she finds the guy who wrote the book. He's not really the guy because he got his friend.
Oh yeah, we saw that on Netflix.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name of that movie, but I did like it.
You did like it. You liked it a lot. And now we've wasted like minutes of our viewers' time trying to figure out the name when we have IMDb at our fingertips.
It's too easy.
But you just won't.
No, you see, phones ruin conversation. It's more interesting to see where it just goes organically. Like,
you guys know the movie, right?
I don't remember the name of the film either, but I remember my one complaint about that movie was I wanted more of her.
Yeah.
And so hopefully we get more of her here in this movie.
I love her. I think she's awesome. She's always playing these, like, sassy characters. She was also... Was she in that movie as well, where she accidentally ends up in Pakistan in a jug?
I don't think that's her.
That's not her?
No, that's not her. That's,
never mind.
Yeah, that's someone else. That's definitely not her.
Someone else extremely beautiful. Anyway. Names are just falling out of my head. This is what happens when you don't sleep.
I wanted to say Jaga Jasoos, but it's not that.
That is not that.
That's a totally different movie.
That is not that movie.
Something on the run. Something running.
That's not the
lady.
title.
Running lady.
The running lady.
Running lady.
The running lady getting married, not getting married.
Jayaga.
Bag Jayagi.
No, that's not it.
No, that's Run. Run is Bag.
Bag Jayagi.
Bag Milka Bag.
No, Bag Milka Bag is a totally different movie.
That's a different movie. Wow, we're doing so well today. Happy Bag Jayagi.
That's the movie, Happy Bag Jayagi, but it doesn't star her.
That's Diana Penty.
Yeah,
Whoopsie.
See? Yeah, totally different actress.
Totally different lady, but also super feisty.
See, these are the conversations that will organically happen if you don't go to IMDb right away. But anyway, yes, I do like her a lot. I think she's cool. Most of the exposure I've had to her was from that one film that we're talking about, that romantic comedy film, where she was a different kind of character. and didn't want to get married and all that.
Well, we don't know if she wants to get married in this. I mean, she seems pretty sassy in this as well.
She's sassy, but you know, what I liked about her in that previous film was that she was sassy and vulnerable, and I feel like there's gonna be something like that here. They didn't really hint at it too hard in the trailer, but I feel like that's gonna come up, where she's not just sassy, but she's also a little bit vulnerable. And I like the video game references.
Yes.
You know, I thought that was cool.
That's super cute.
It's always fun. It's even more fun for me because I've done that. Jaby versus Hindi.
Yeah, but this looks like they had a little bit more production value.
Hey, I'm just a messenger.
You know what, but I love the little call out to the production value and budget stuff in there, like with the wires and whatnot. That was hilarious. That tickled me a lot.
Does that happen a lot in Indian action films? I've never noticed that.
I don't know, but I just thought that was just so funny to call it out, because there are a lot of things that go into the making of a movie, right?
Yeah.
Budget and whatnot. Sometimes you see some effects that you're like, wow, that looked a little bit ropey, but you know, it's like maybe at that point they ran out of money, so they're just calling it out. I love these kind of spoofy movies because, you know, they're just making fun of things that we're all aware of, and hopefully they do it in a way that is really funny. You know, like how Shaun of the Dead was lovingly making fun of zombie movies but ended up being actually a really good zombie movie.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like Black Dynamite was making fun of blaxploitation and became a great blaxploitation film.
Exactly. So I'm hoping like this is making fun of the genre in a loving way and ending up being a great movie.
What you're talking about though, the wire stuff and like what goes into a film. The only instance I can think of off the top of my head where you actually saw the wires was in The Matrix. That was the only time. I'm sure most of you have seen The Matrix. The train is coming into the train station and Agent Smith is on the tracks about to get hit by it. Neo does a backflip and he grabs his wires, his cables.
Oh.
And every single time they did a take, he grabbed his cables apparently. And so like that mistake was just left in the movie. And you see it for a split second.
I didn't even notice it.
If you're looking for it. But there's always things like that in movies where if you're looking for it, you can find mistakes. I found a mistake in watching Toy Story 4 last night. And that's an animated feature.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, there's always mistakes. But yeah, it's funny. So I'm sure this is a film that is even more entertaining for people who actually work in the industry.
Yeah, and people who love Bollywood films or just love Indian films in general.
It would be great if the item number in this was like the best item number
Oh my
ever.
God, wouldn't that be?
Yeah, because they're calling out item numbers, and it's like you were saying, you know, when you're making fun of these things, the best love letter to those kinds of films is when you're able to top it.
When you're like, these are all the things we love about item numbers, let's just have everything extra.
Yeah.
100.
As opposed to just mentioning it and then kind of half doing it like La La Land. Don't get me started on that movie.
This being from the makers